Good morning, flower friends. We are taking a tour of the secret garden again. This is June 15th, so I wanted to show you how it's coming along, give you a comparison. So we still got a lot of foxgloves blooming, doing just beautiful. All of these were volunteer. They reseeded themselves. That's something I enjoy with certain flowers, is their ability to reseed, and then I just edit out where I don't want them, usually. Look down here at the California poppies. Now these are in the middle of one of my pathways, but I love them. So they're doing beautiful right now. They'll go to seed soon enough, and I'll just take my weed eater and whack them back. So along here, my bench where I still have some of my shade-loving plants that I need to find homes for. Just haven't gotten to that. The sun's starting to come out. It was behind a cloud, but you can still see everything. Very pretty. There is a pathway down in there, but it's being swamped by plants, but that's okay. Once I get in here, I'll just take a weed eater along the sides and make it a little bit wider, but for now it's not a big deal for me to get in here. And you notice most of my iris have completed their bloom. Still got a few left blooming. Very pretty. And poor little foxglove, I should have earlier supported them so they wouldn't fall over when they get top heavy like they are now, because they're blooming towards the top. So I'll get out here sometime today and put up some supports for them and tie them up so they don't fall down. That one on the ground will just get trimmed back. There's so many of them that it's not a great loss to lose one. My roses that were blooming are finished with their first flush, and they'll start putting on new growth. And there's my centerpiece. This is my solar fountain on a planter created with a fire ring. That's what they're called. I got it at a feed store, and I just filled it with soil and planted it up. The petunias are filling in. The Icelandic poppies that I put in there are still blooming. I figured they'd be done, but we've had cool weather this June so far. So I guess they're lasting longer than I had thought they would. And right down here is where I am supposed to put in another path, but you can see I wanted to wait till that iris was done blooming so that I can dig it up and transplant it. And I'll have to go around this black-eyed Susan for the time being, but that's not a big deal. I can do that easily. The hummers are getting mad at me because I am too close to their shower. And you see how well it does. It's doing beautifully. Now, the first year I had this particular solar fountain piece, it sprayed much higher. I have another one on order. It's just taking forever to get here. This one I only paid $9 for. I think they've gone up dramatically, and I guess because they come out of China. So anyways, it lasted all of last year, and it's still going this year. So for $9, that was pretty good. Even if I had to pay $19, getting this much out of it, because it lasts me I put it out here in May, early May, and it'll last me through October. So I get a lot. If you break that down by a month, it makes it very inexpensive thing to enjoy. Much less than a fancy coffee per month. And look down there, some sweet peas. I cleared this spot out and then put this obelisk over them. I hear my husband's truck coming home. It's pretty loud, so you'll hear it go by. And here's some more over here. This pathway will be replaced with pavers, just like right here. And there he goes. And you can see some of my iris here are still blooming, but the ones behind are getting pretty well done. There's some foxgloves over there too. I'll take you over there in a second. Let's just look at all these beautiful California poppies. Totally in the wrong place, but that's okay. We'll let them be for the time being. And there's also a Shirley poppy right there that will bloom. I'm thinking it's pink. I'm hoping it's one of the pink ones, because over here is all red, and I wanted a pink. So my iceberg rose back there, climber, is doing good. And all the foxgloves are doing good. Let's walk over here and I'll show you something that's kind of hidden by the foxgloves right now. But So there is a delphinium. That's a white delphinium with a black bee. The bee is the center portion. There's also lavender ones back here, and I'm not sure if another white one will bloom. But I'm seeing a few bumblebees. I've been really kind of concerned because I haven't had that many bumblebees this year. Usually they are so thick I can't walk out here during portions of the warm day. And another foxglove that has fallen down. And I need to get out here and get them propped up. I can probably save that one. Okay, here's through this path here, and this goes to the Veggie Garden. This goes between my obelisk arbor, which I hope to have roses climbing over very soon. I had to dig up the roses here because of course the gophers, and you can see how that dirt between the pathways is mounded. That is the gopher. He seems to like this section. And then along here, a few of the irises are still blooming. But back there, look at that huge delphinium. That's going to be gorgeous. I think that's a pink one, if I remember correctly. And then this one over here is a blue one. Very strong and sturdy one. And I'll take you around. This is the underneath of the deck, and it's climbing roses, old roses that are on it. And these irises here are more shaded, so they bloomed later. So there's the secret garden. Now I'm going to take you to the Veggie Garden and we'll see it. I like the natural look of just plants growing thickly amongst each other rather than it being more tamed into separate clumps with just mulch between. But that's a personal preference. So down here I have my sugar snap peas and peppers. This is one of my metal raised beds. I got a couple of years ago. I got these off of Amazon. I really, really like them. This one has mesh underneath it. You can see a portion of the mesh. Let me see. Down there. And that prevents the gopher from eating anything in this bed. I need to do that with this one too, but it already had lettuce seedlings coming up and I didn't want to disturb those. So that one didn't get mesh put underneath. Over here is a tomato under one of the obelisks I just did the video of for you all. You can hear my chickens. Hopefully they're not too disturbing. And here's another tomato under one of those obelisks, the second obelisk. And I have a squash underneath there. Some tomato seedlings down here I have yet to plant or give away. And here is the larger bed. This one I got at Northern Tool, metal bed. And you can see right there, see that indentation? That's a big old fat bear paw print. And he walked through this bed and he kind of crushed this tomato, but it's not broken, so I can just prop it up. And I have some green beans that were growing in here. Oh, I see another one coming up. Some that have been eaten by the blue jays. And I have a cucumber over there. There should be a lot more coming up, but I have a feeling the gopher came up and ate the seeds. I'm finding what he likes to eat and what he doesn't like to eat. So I need to find a way to protect my cucumber seeds. And over here is another tomato. I don't have a raised bed here yet. I want to get one of the smaller ones, like these over here, to put here. And then I'll put the mesh underneath it to protect it. And that is my container garden I did, and I need to update on my channel. I haven't yet posted that, but that is a quick look today of where we are at in the secret garden and in the Veggie Garden in June 15th. And here's some sweet peas down here that are getting ready to climb out. I turned over a tomato cage. This is a cheap tomato cage from the garden center. Flipped it upside down, put a pot on top of the legs so it wouldn't be sharp, and secured it into the ground with wire. I just made like garden staples with it, and that will hold it hopefully in place. And more seedlings that. And this is my Eden rose that I had started from cutting. Sorry, it's the glare there. It's not it's not giving you a good color, but it's just blush pink. It's very pretty. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed an update on the secret garden on this June 15th day.